So I'm going to move us into COVID, and it's not my favourite topic in the world at the moment. I could do without hearing that word every day, but it is something that we have to pay attention to, and it is something we need to understand.
Changed our world.
Yeah, and long COVID is something that's really affecting a lot of humans in Aotearoa and in the world. And what we're constantly hearing the message of is if you get COVID, slow down, take the break, pace yourself, take it easy. And for Kiwis particularly, we don't take that message very well, and we do continue to push ourselves. But what are some of the things that people can do to support themselves to A, prevent long COVID symptoms, or B, if they do get long COVID, what are the things that they need to be thinking about for themselves?
Yeah, it's really interesting. And I think, firstly, I'll say it's a pretty new field.
Yeah.
So I'm not an expert in long COVID, but I don't know that we've got many experts yet. But I have done a bit of research around kind of other conditions that are potentially similar, the kind of post-viral fatigue that people experience, often chronic fatigue, that might start after a virus, and what are the factors that influence and what can we do to change things. And I think, as you say, that kind of listening to your body, making sure that you don't push yourself too hard is really important. And at the same time, and it's a really fine balance, not doing nothing. So I think there's a sweet spot when we're recovering. Obviously, there's that first initial acute phase where you're in isolation and you just want to be on the couch, watching Netflix and kind of taking it easy and pacing yourself. And then there's that kind of that middle phase where actually you still want to have a bit of activity, but not that rushing back. And I think that's the balance that's really hard for people to find, because mentally, if we think we should be better, if we get stuck in that shoulds, we have our list of what we want to do, and we have the list of things we need to catch up on, and so we just push ourselves until we feel really terrible, and then we bust, and then we have to rest, and then we push ourselves again. And that's kind of one of the areas that we as health psychologists work a lot in as well, is kind of how do we prevent those really unhelpful boom and bust patterns of behaviour that we can get into.